It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we're going over Wrathful Advanced Voruna today. It's the Helmet ability from Kullervo, which gives you really big melee crit chance and mobility. Before we get into it, we do daily Warframe video uploads. Make sure you're subbed so you can see when all these videos go up, and also check out the live stream only live later tonight with Warframe, Twitch drops, and other things of that nature. Alright, so the build for Voruna is actually not going to be anything too complicated, but there's actually a lot of aspects to Voruna's abilities that you might not be aware of that we should go over today. We're basically jamming big synergy to buff almost every stat of the melee weapon at this point. So the idea of this build is basically going in, making Voruna the assassin she really always I want her to be. She feels like kind of an assassin, but now she's this teleporting stealth slash proc assassin. Jump on the enemy with, we're using the ceramic dagger in this video. And that's kind of the stuff you can expect from this kind of build. So, should be red crits there with a 5x multiplier. And as far as Voruna's other abilities, we're using Kullervo's helmet. But Voruna's first ability, Shroud of Dinar, it actually gives you some melee buffs not everyone's aware of. So, once I leave invisibility on this with this ability, I will actually have increased crit damage for melees, increased status chance for melees, and very high likelihood to proc slash on melees. So, when we jam that with Wrathful Advance from Kullervo, we're buffing the crit chance to basically guaranteed red crit territory. We're getting massive status chance increase. We're getting actually a crit damage increase too from her first ability. And so we're making it red crit and we're buffing the crit damage. Not to mention her second ability, Wolf Jump, I guess I'd call it, or whatever it's called. Puts Condition Overload procs on the enemy too, making it so you get tons and tons of extra damage. Only problems here is just making sure you remember to cast every ability, because there's 3 different buffs you're going to want to have active here. You're going to want to have the Wrathful Advanced red crit buff, you're going to want to have the Shroud of Dinar status chance and crit damage buff, and you kind of do want to jump on them with your 2 as well, Fangs of Rosh, to get some procs on them as well, and they will also spread procs in nearby enemies too. So as far as what this build will accomplish, it will accomplish pretty much the same thing Kullervo's doing, but just not as, it's like a more sloppy version of Kullervo's, chaining enemies up and then like spreading damage. So right there, like it killed 2 enemies, but you know sometimes the slash part just doesn't transfer, so it's quite annoying. But for light attacks, this is great. For heavy attacks, this is also great. We're using the ceramic dagger and Karnan, which lets you have tons of initial combo to keep that combo going. Now, it's going to require some primary kills, but that's why good primaries are actually in pretty high supply nowadays. Let's take a look at this build and see what you can do with this. So, the reason that Voruna's got the synergy here, my last Wrathful Advanced video was Ivara, where she's using the mobility aspect of it the most. For Voruna, we're using the crit chance buff on here because of all her other outside buffs. So with our build right now, it's more of like a, in between, a little bit of shield gate, a little bit of a face tank. You can use this on pretty much any content. And you can fully shield gate from your 2 when you jump on an enemy. So basically the idea here is that we have Equilibrium as Voruna's third ability, Lycast Hunt, gives you a health orb whenever you kill an enemy with a melee, and we'll be killing enemies with melees a lot with this build. So when we pick up a health orb, it will become an energy orb, kind of, and give us energy or health, and vice versa. So we can just constantly sustain our energy. I put on Prime Flow here. Normally I don't run Prime Flow on Voruna because I usually have energy shards on her, but for some reason I don't have any shards on her right now. If you don't have shards on Voruna, just put like another range mod here. Put on like Augur Reach. It will make your shield getting a little bit better and give you some more range on things like your second ability, and I guess technically your teleport range as well. But yeah, Prime Flow for now. The rest of the stuff here is going to be just standard ability mod stats. We want some power strength so we get some more crit chance on Wrathful Advance. We have 209% crit chance. And basically, a lot of people don't understand this. This makes the crit chance of the weapon 209. And then everything else will scale off of that. So, pretty nasty. You don't need to run Blood Rush really when you're on a Wrathful Advance setup. But you can still if you want to. I'm not doing it in this build today. As far as Fangs of Rosh, this will jumping enemies, gives them tons of different status effects. Very good for Condition Overload. And we've got, plus range to make it where we can teleport further with Wrathful Advance. Kind of good for mobility. Also makes the spread radius of those status procs bigger when we kill an enemy with a bunch of procs on them. And then range doesn't really affect Shroud of Dinar at all, but it's whatever. It doesn't have to affect every ability. And as far as our arcanes here, we've got Arcane Strike to make it our ceramic dagger attack faster. Pretty much necessary, I'd say. And then the second arcane is up to you. I've got Arcane Blessing. We pick up so many health orbs with Equilibrium. This will give us about 1,200 extra health. We'll have about 2,400 health with this build. Now, we have like no armor at all, so it's not the best. So that's why it's really flexible. I multi-augmented into gameplay footage I'm going to put on screen, where it'll make it where you get more melee crit chance. You're going to get more Fangs of Rock's damage, technically, and you're going to get more crit multiplier increase from Shroud of Dinar. So very, very nasty and good. Let's get some gameplay footage up here, and we can talk about the ceramic dagger build, because, yeah, the ceramic dagger is very nice. I finally have it after all these weeks, and, yeah, it's quite nice for Acolytes, quite nice for stat sticks. This is going to be a non-stat stick build, this will be a build built around using Wrathful Advance, which I was just showing you. So, as far as what we are using here on the ceramic dagger build, I'm going to show you all the Incarnons first, and then we'll show you the mods. So as far as the Incarnon evolutions, there's some really strong ones, but I've gone for Gun and Blade, giving you initial combo on primary kill. I'm pretty sure it works on secondary kills too. It goes up to 100 times 100 initial combo. You're going to have tons of combo all the time. You can heavy attack with it and keep it around. There's also some bugs with combo in the game right now. We're just keeping you're keeping your 12x for no reason, but that's not what this video is about. Evolution 3 is adaptive reflexes, or adept reflexes, giving you 20 initial combo more, so we have 120 between these two. And the last one, we got increased crit chance by 30%. Very nice for getting big crits. But you can also go with status chance here too if you want to get more slash procs, because we get lots of slash procs with this build. Even though the ceramic dagger light attacks aren't normally doing that many slash procs. And this is me trying to get used to the build. If you want to play this build for high levels, you need a shield gate with your 2. Your 1 will not shield get you properly, to be honest. So, as you can see right here, jump on an enemy, slash them up. Everything around them should be dead, as long as you're remembering to cast your abilities. And yeah, with Arcane Strike, you can basically just run around and slice enemies like crazy. Like, really, really fast. Big numbers, too. And of course, I'm not even using it like an Epitaph or like a Kubanuko or a Compressa, like CO procer. The only CO procer we have is her 2, and it's working just fine. So, things with Voruna, like looking at this gameplay footage, things I'm doing wrong right now, I should be activating Varuna's passive. I just did it right there, Status Effect Immunity. The ceramic dagger, like heavy attack daggers it launches, can knock you over. So if you don't have Prime Sure-Footed or like Revenant Mesmer Skin or something, you will get knocked over. You just saw it right there. And it can get you killed. So I'm not really focusing on the daggers here. I'm more focusing on just using this thing as a normal weapon. So yeah, this build will work on pretty much any melee. Let's go, while we're watching this footage, let me go grab like a crappy melee and just show how it works with like a complete like random melee that doesn't even have a good build on it. So I'm going to literally grab like an unmodded thing here. Okay, we got the unmodded dual Skana, okay? I'm going to throw a dual Skana build together for Lycast Hunt with no polarities on here. Let's just see how good it is. So we'll throw on crit damage, and we'll throw on Condition Overload. That should be enough, honestly. Okay. Condition Overload. And that should be good, honestly. I think that will be good. So let's just do this only, and then we'll take the build that we have. Maybe another crit damage mod would be nice. Okay? All right, how about a Bane mod, actually? That would probably be the best way to do it. These guys are Grineer. So we have Condition Overload, Organ Shatter, and Smite Grineer on this build with Voruna. Meant to be buffing melees. It's got 5% crit chance. We're going to be making that 209% crit chance before multi-augmented. Additionally, I don't even know if these things have heavy attacks, like slash procs. It should be fine just with light attacks, honestly. So we're going to use all of our buffs, and let's just see how it is with pretty much like a level 0 weapon. Cast that, jump on them. Okay, I mean, not bad for like basically no mods. Yeah, that's what you could expect from this. Literally a level 0 weapon. So it just goes even further, guys. Take a Fragor Prime, honestly, take like an Incarnon, like even like the Firax Incarnon, the Magistar Incarnon will become like getting a lot more slash procs than they currently do. So 2x multiply, like, is this not impressive? I think it is pretty impressive. Keeping in mind that this is like basically a 5% crit chance weapon with no mods on it besides Condition Overload. So very nice, very nice. I would recommend this build if you want to do some big melee damage numbers. Let's throw in like, before we call it, let's throw in like one more weapon just for a little bit of fun. How about like the Strofa or something? Sure. It doesn't usually do slash procs, but it can do slash procs on Voruna. Also remember the Chlorophyll, Varuna's signature weapon, that's also going to give you slash procs too. So very, very fun and nice. Now actually, Wrathful Advance works on lots of different characters. On like Pseudo-Exalteds, it's pretty good. It's good for mobility. Where's my slash procs? And things of that nature. It's just really nice. I was surprised at how DE made melee a little bit more enticing with Kullervo. So I'm not really seeing many slash procs here. I'm seeing like 10 damage slash procs. So maybe not as good on the on this thing. But still, it's still giving me red crits and all that. I'm not even building up combo, so pretty nice. I'd say stick with like maybe light attack weapons and like normal weapons, because I'm not seeing too much here right now. So that's it. Pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you find it fun and helpful. I will be live on stream in a little bit. Maybe farming out some new Deviri Arcanes. And if not, maybe doing some level 10,000 Steel Path Cascade. So come stop by. I'll have videos daily on this channel. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Bye.